Hello everybody, and welcome back to Neverwinter Nights, the core campaign. Today we start off by getting a new companion. Since we finished up Linu's story, I have Tomi's item, so I'm going to start down his quest line. So let's talk to Tomi. You again? Are you following me around? Well, maybe just a little. After all, it's not like there's enough employees alive right now that I have them beating down my door, eh? And anyway, I didn't have to chase you much. Seems like Lord Natural wants to get rid of all the cultists who started this fight. I said good for him. It just goes to show that not all old people are useless and should be killed, you know? And again, welcome to my terrible slipping accents. Sorry about that. So you were conscripted in service by Arabeth. I've already been paid by Mrs. Arabeth, and good coin too, I might add. You'd think this Nasha fellow belched gold at all. Belched gold at will. Keep going into Russian. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna get this down at some point. For now, I'm going to lay off the accent. I was just told that I'm supposed to help out wherever I can. How sweet and unspecific is that? I don't suppose you actually want something, do you? I could use a rogue. Well, isn't it a coincidence that I happen to be a good rogue? Fine. This one rabbit town was beginning to bore me anyways. Alright, and first thing we're going to do is level Tomi up, so he's not entirely useless in combat. Okay, and as you can see, he has new equipment, and now we head back to the Charwood. More precisely, I think it's the forest outside of Charwood. So let me just get my... There we go. Alright, so last time we saved the Spirit of the Wood, I believe? Or, no, that was, I'm getting all confused because, having to get caught back up. But, last time we cleared out this area full of, farmers and wolves. And we captured one of the escaped prisoners, and so now we are heading into the Charwood, and this part of the Charwood is a haunted forest, so I'm going to, as usual, just kind of look around everywhere for loot and monsters to fight. We should be able to clear this place out pretty quickly and hopefully pretty easily. Alright, this is a lot of enemies, so we're going to do the one thing you shouldn't ever do, and fireball right at the ground. Now in this game, you can turn off friendly fire, basically, so me and Tomi won't get hit by my fireballs. But yeah, don't ever do that in a paper RPG unless you want your rogue to be really mad at you. Okay, and then we have some incorporeals here, some specters, and I think we just killed an Alip. Okay, I don't currently need a wand, so I'm not going to bother picking that up. Okay, Tomi can unlock that while I spring some traps. Okay, the scroll is, this weathered scroll is severely time-worn and covered with almost indecipherable runes. There's a handwritten translation across the bottom showing this to be some manner of religious text written by a Netherese priest. Part of the translation is of particular note. The lands of Nether will one day return to the destiny to which they were born. Its people shall rise up from their ancient graves and rule all those which have come after them. Alright, well, that is a clue as to one of the puzzles in the area, so I'll just hold on to that, and it appears I have been level drained, so I am going to find restoration and cast it upon myself. And there goes the level drain. Alright, and we start searching again. Now, after I'm done with the Haunted Woods area, there is one more part to Charwood, and that has the large dungeon in it. I'll probably break up that dungeon into 2 or 3 parts, but for now, we'll just get through this and the little dungeon that I think is in here. Well, I know it's in here, but I think it's a little dungeon and not a huge one. Tomi got into a fight with an Alep. I will say that from where my screen is, it is kind of hard to see these guys. So, I probably just ran right by one. Okay, and there are skeleton warriors. So yeah, anytime there is a pile of skulls that you can't interact with, I believe it turns into a skeleton warrior. But we're pretty good at this point at dealing with skeleton warriors. And I've just leveled up, so I will be dealing with that as soon as combat is over. I'll have to see what levels I'm at. Another +2 scythe. Oh, my inventory's full. That means I forgot to sell off these wolf pelts. Oh well. I'll take care of that at some point. Okay. And now it's time for level up. I need to check my character first. Okay, I am a 4th level paladin, 7th level wizard. That means I just went up to the level of wizard that lets me cast 4th level spells. So I'm going to take a paladin level. Alright. There it is. Alright, so my intelligence is already 18. I get a boost. We're at what? Going up to 12. I'll get 2 more boosts. So go ahead and put it strength. The next one will go into intelligence to make sure I can get 9th level spells. Alright, and we'll take a concentration, a lore. My trap and my open locks can't go up this level. Get maxed out on persuade. Okay, so I have 3 more skill points. We'll put 2 into craft armor, 1 into craft weapon, and that'll be good. I'll keep the 2 remaining points so that I can cross-class next level. And, okay. I get a feat, huh? Let's see. Divine Might. Charisma bonus isn't very good, so not really. We'll take Great Cleave. This will just let me be able to cleave more than once in a turn, so if we get into a fight with a bunch of little enemies, I can just go straight through them. I'm also getting Summon Mount. If I remember correctly, the Mount command is kind of finicky in this first game, so I might play around with it, but I might not. I'll just have to see. Alright, and that's the level up. And now we continue. Get some gold. Okay, there's the exit to the Charwood village. And here is something of interest. It is glowing. And there's a specter. We'll get the sneak on the specter. Okay, and that was easily taken care of, so we'll fight this Aleph too. And I think the specter is actually harder than the Aleph is, so that was easily taken care of. Magic Kukri, Explorer's Journal. Okay, I don't think this is important. No, I think I need this in my inventory to be able to translate the pillar, so I'll go ahead and pick it up. And I'm going to finish clearing out the forest first. Just want to get everything taken care of. And with this many guys, I want to use my turn undead and see what that does. That has made the zombie warrior want to run away. Okay, I've been hit quite a few times, so we'll just drink a potion. Make sure we don't fall. And they're going after Tomi anyways, so... Alright. And while it was beating on Tomi, I just decided to take it out. Okay, that probably is just a bone, skeleton bone to make a wand. Here comes another warrior. And there we go. Make sure to flank with Tomi so we get a bonus to hit. Even though I don't think that's actually a thing in this game, but I still like to pretend. There's another skeleton over here. Okay. Just making sure there was nothing else. And I think after this skeleton, I can go ahead and hit that dungeon, and we'll take care of that. Okay, down he goes. Nope, nope, there's a little bit right here, but that just leads back to the entrance. Alright, let's hit that dungeon. And I'm taking the long way, apparently. Sorry about that. Alright, here we go. And as you can see, I can interact with the pillar, so interaction. This pillar is weathered with age and covered with moss and small vines. There is no telling how long it has been standing here. Of particular interest are the large runes that seem to cover most of its surface, in no language you recognize. With the help of the notes in the Explorer's Journal, you identify the runes as ancient Netherese and piece together a rough translation. The runes have been placed on depressions, 3 rows of 4 runes. Pressing one rune in each row results in a 3-word Netherese phrase, the effect of which is unknown. Do you wish to press a rune in the first row? Alright, so this goes back to that one piece of scroll that we found. It said, Nether shall rule. The pillar begins to hum. And it made a portal. that leads to a tower. A very bad tower. It's like just enough room for one person. But surprise, there are a ton of skeletons. So, once again, we'll pull on our paladin abilities to turn undead and see what that does. It killed some of them. That's good. And we'll do that again, I think. Turn undead. Okay, there go the last of the two regular skeletons. Now we just have warriors. And Tomi still has some potions, which is good. Alright. Oh, there is a portal out, but before that, we have other places to go. And boxes to open, barrels to loot, and potions to obtain, and skeletons to beat up on. Okay, that one's not changing. I spoke too soon. So, if you're really hurting at this point, you can avoid some of these fights. Like, you didn't need to stand there for that long to hit that skeleton, or you don't need to stand next to that pile if you don't want to deal with it. At this point, I'm just running over traps. And that skeleton mage didn't recognize that I was there. There are a bunch of zombies, so I'm going to launch a fireball over there. See what that does. Not much. Alright, so with that, I'm just going to start pegging zombies. Have Tomi follow me. While these guys are trapped behind this door, I can just kill them this way. So we're just going to stand here for a bit and shoot arrows at them. They don't seem to notice or care. And there's something over here as well. Looks like a bunch of ghouls, so we'll take care of those too. Thankfully, zombies are stupid, so they don't just smash open the door. Okay, that's all the zombies. And now, we'll take care of the ghouls. This is just an easy way to deal with this and not have to actually worry about your hit points. Ugh. These Ravagers have a ton of hit points, I guess. There's one. I'm gonna hit one of these with Acid Arrow and see if that can speed things up a bit. Tomi, you don't love anything. We're not doing anything. We're shooting fish in a barrel. Just so happens that these fishes are ghouls, and the barrel is this area with 2 portcullises. Now, sadly, I won't be able to take advantage of this ability in the upcoming battle. I don't even really remember why I even come down here, but oh, right, I am full up, so I have open slots in these bags somewhere. You go ahead and just put... no, that's the one I want. Let's go ahead and put this crossbow there. Pull that out. Okay. We'll open the doors. And proceed. Alright, there is an evil-looking sarcophagus, but before that, I want to take care of everything on this bottom level. And a big group of skeletons deserves turn undead. Okay, now go ahead and unlock everything. This is a deadly dangerous trap. And Tomi doesn't want to open it, so we'll use the universal key. Okay, found a shield. Put that in there. Go ahead and move these boots. Just trying to make some room for loot. Go ahead and put some of the wolf pelts in here, I guess. And as soon as I'm done with this dungeon, I have to go to town and sell all this crap. But this dungeon was, like I said, relatively short, pretty sweet. I'm gonna take care of. There's another skeleton over here, so we'll go ahead and go kill that and take care of that trap. And what this will do will allow me to open this door, and it will just give me a place to run from the bad guy that's about to be released. Alright, so I think I'm ready. Oh, there he is, Mummy Lord. I thought I had to actually open the sarcophagus to get him to come out, but I didn't. And thankfully he just seems to be standing there, not doing much, so already got him under half his hit points. Ooh, knocked a spell out of him. That's difficult to do. Okay, I don't know what he was trying to do there, but it didn't seem to work, and down he goes. Alright, so that was a little easier than I remembered. So let's see what's in the sarcophagus. A belt of hill giant strength. That is friggin' awesome. I'm going to replace Charwood's belt with that, which increases my carrying capacity. In regular D&D, you would not be able to use both Gauntlets of Ogre Power and the Belt of Hill Giant Strength and the Amulet of the Red Tiger Tribe to enhance your strength, but this game does not care about stacking bonuses for attributes, so we will abuse the crap out of it. And go ahead and just grab the gold there. And I believe that's everything. And so I leave. So that was just a little dungeon, just meant to get you a little piece of magic item, and it was pretty fun, and got a really good item for what we need. So with that, I'm going to talk to Tomi and start his quest. So let's talk to him. I just want to talk.
Oi, what did you have in mind, my lord?
If we're to be companions, I'd like to know more about you.
Well, there's only so much you can know about me, my lord. Tomi Undergallows be the most famous halfling rogue in all of Calumport. That about sums it up. I've my tales of treachery and deceit, the likes of which have been told to wide-eyed little Callum-shaped children for many years. But I doubt you'd be interested in that.
Go on, you know you want to tell me.
Well, let's see. Tomi's had a bunch of friends, and a bunch of enemies in his time. There's only been one who's been both. Me arch-nemesis Samuel Bumbleheart. Sammy and me were pals dating back to the good old days, when we used to run wild through the streets as wee little urchins, stealing avocados and pinching purses. When I started to gain a bit of notoriety of my own, however, Sammy became a mite jealous, poor lad. Fame was always Sammy's thing. He always loved attention, ever since he did that striptease in the half-orc bar to keep from being pummeled. I've always thought he was a bit of a diva.
You seem to rather enjoy the fame yourself.
No, not so much. It's hard to pick a pocket when you have 20 suspicious eyes on you. Great with the lasses, though, I'll admit. Sammy was content for a while, but he'd get mad when folks always recognized me first. The guards would chase me down the street, and he'd complain, "Why didn't they chase me?" Oh, he tried to show me up as a thief. Not being very good, however, it only landed him in prison. In Calumpshan, that means you're as good as home. I busted him out the first time, but that only embarrassed him. No good deed goes unpunished, you know, so Sammy had to take action.
You'd think he'd be thankful for the help.
Well, the truth is, I didn't really mean to break him out. It was an accident. The kind that brings down half the prison and causes a mass escape. Happens all the time, trust me.
I trust it happens around you all the time.
I don't know why Sammy was so mad, really. He just seemed to lose it completely. All that shouting and turning red in his face. It was just so sad. After all, he'd only broken a couple of legs. He could still walk, even if it was with a limp. Could I be held completely to blame? At any rate, Sammy decided enough was enough. It was time to run his best pal Tomi once and for all. Ruin his best pal Tomi once and for all.
Well, what did he do?
Sammy came up with a plan. Not the brightest plan, I suppose. He was never much of a planner. His last plan, in fact, was a heist that ended up with him being left naked and cold on a ship to Mazdika. Well, alright, I did forget to go pick him up, but it was his plan. This plan will be different, however. Or so he thought. I'll have to tell you all about it sometime, my lord.
And with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode. And once again, I'm back with new episodes. So just watch them all, get caught up, and have fun doing this. So thanks for watching. And again, have a good night. Bye.